Have you ever started organizing your home and suddenly felt calm? Like your mind finally has space to breathe. Some people genuinely enjoy organizing. Other people feel overwhelmed by it. But both reactions come from the same place. Your brain is trying to deal with stress. Organizing is not just about being neat. A lot of the time, it's about control. When life feels messy, your brain wants something predictable. A drawer is predictable.
A shelf is predictable. A small corner is predictable. You can change it quickly. That creates order on the outside, and it can quiet the storm on the inside. It's a small place where your effort actually works. You move something, and the world responds. That's a powerful feeling when everything else feels uncertain. That's why organizing can feel comforting. It gives your mind a clear before and after.
Your brain loves closure because finishing feels safe. It's your brain saying, "This is handled," even when life is not. That feeling can be powerful, especially on stressful days when everything else feels uncertain. There's also a biological reason. Small completed tasks can release dopamine. Dopamine is your brain's reward signal.
It's your brain saying, "Good job." That's why tiny wins feel so satisfying. Making the bed, putting away one cup, folding one shirt. Small actions can lift your mood because your brain sees progress, and progress reduces helplessness. It replaces "I can't" with "I can." That shift changes how you feel. And it also builds momentum. One finished task makes the next task feel possible. Organizing can also reduce stress signals. A tidy space can lower mental load. Because clutter can feel like visual noise, it pulls your attention. Even when you try to ignore it, your eyes still take it in, your brain still tracks it, and that costs energy.
Clutter also whispers unfinished, like a to-do list you never wrote down. A pile here, a pile there, a mess on the floor. For some people, that feels loud. Not emotionally loud, visually loud. It's like having too many browser tabs open. Even if you don't click them, they're still there. So organizing becomes a way to create quiet.
Not to impress anyone, but to calm your nervous system, to feel safer, to feel more settled. That's why some people clean when they're anxious. They're not being dramatic. They're regulating. They're taking anxiety and turning it into action. Because doing something feels better than spiraling. Action creates a result. Even a small result. And small results tell your body, "We're okay." Another layer is identity. Your home is a mirror. It reflects what your mind is carrying. When your space is messy, it can feel like your head. When your space is clear, your mind can feel clearer too. It's not magic, it's feedback. Your environment sends signals to your brain. Mess can signal, "I'm behind." Order can signal, "I'm capable." That signal changes your self-talk. And self-talk changes how you feel. A clean space can also reduce shame. Not because mess is bad, but because your brain stops reading the mess as failure. It starts reading the space as support. Organizing can also train your focus. When you sort, you choose. Keep, donate, trash, move, decide. Those choices sharpen attention. Because you're practicing clarity. One item at a time. And that clarity can spill into other parts of life. For many people, organizing is moving meditation.
If sitting still is hard, movement can calm you. Wiping in rhythm. Folding in rhythm. Sorting in rhythm. Repeating simple actions. Your body relaxes.
and your mind follows. That rhythm can reduce stress. It creates a steady tempo instead of mental chaos. It also gives your thoughts something gentle to land on. A simple task, a simple motion, a simple next step. That's why people call cleaning therapeutic. Not as therapy, but as a soothing ritual. There's also an emotional side. Decluttering can feel personal because objects hold memories. Old clothes. Old gifts. Old projects. Old versions of you. Letting go can feel like closing a chapter. Sometimes it feels like relief. Sometimes it feels like sadness. Because you're not just throwing away a thing. You're releasing a story attached to it. And sometimes you're releasing a version of yourself. A version that tried. A version that hoped. A version that didn't work out. That can bring feelings up. And that's normal. Organizing can also help during change. A breakup. A move. A new job. A hard month. Cleaning becomes a reset button. A way to say, I'm rebuilding. In small steps. One shelf. One drawer. One corner. Another hidden reason is boundaries. A clean space creates mental boundaries. This is my rest area. This is my work area. This is my recharge zone. Clear boundaries reduce friction because your brain knows what happens where, and that lowers stress. It also reduces context switching. You're not trying to relax in a space that feels like work. Clutter also competes with your goals. If you want calm, clutter fights it. If you want focus, clutter interrupts it. So organizing becomes alignment. Making the space match your intention. Now, why do some people feel overwhelmed by organizing? Because clutter can mean too many decisions, too many memories, too many unfinished tasks. So starting can feel heavy. It's not the cleaning, it's the choosing. If that's you, you're not lazy. Your brain may be protecting you from overload. The answer isn't do more. The answer is do smaller. This isn't medical advice, just simple strategies that help many people. Start with a 5-minute task, not an all-day project. Pick one surface, one drawer, one small container. Finish it completely. Then stop. Let your brain register the win. Next tip, reduce visual noise first. Put items into a temporary box. Not to hide the problem, but to give your brain breathing room. Then sort slowly, one category at a time. You can even use 2 simple bags. One bag for keep, one bag for go. That's it. Less thinking, more flow. Next tip, make decisions easier. Use simple rules. If I haven't used it in a year, it goes. If it has a home, it stays. If it doesn't have a home, I give it one. Rules reduce decision fatigue, and decision fatigue is real. Another tip, create reset zones. A small area you keep clean on purpose. A bedside table. A corner of the kitchen counter. A small shelf. When life feels messy, that zone becomes your anchor. It tells your brain some things are stable, and that helps. One more tip, don't chase perfection. Chase functionality. A home is a living system. It will get messy again. That doesn't mean you failed. It means you live there. So aim for good enough. Good enough is sustainable, and sustainable beats perfect. If organizing calms you, it's not silly. It's your brain creating peace. One small task at a time. And if organizing feels hard, that's not failure either.
It's a sign you need smaller steps, not more pressure. Your space can support you, and you're allowed to build that support. Quietly, slowly, one drawer at a time. Take one tiny action today. Then let that be enough.